Welcome to Go Fund Yourself. Watch up-and-coming entrepreneurs step into the spotlight to pitch their businesses to you. This is not ordinary TV. Welcome to interactive TV. Like what you see? Scan the on-screen code with your mobile device to invest in any of these businesses right now, in real time. Like their products? Buy them in real time while you watch the show. Every week, we present new opportunities for you to consider. Every week, you decide whether to help make their dreams come true or tell them to go fund yourself. Now, meet the Titans, accomplished business leaders, visionaries, and experts ready to challenge every claim and every pitch as you analyze these opportunities. Introducing Rory Kataya. Jason Waller. And David Meltzer. This isn't just entertainment. This is opportunity. And you are in control. This is Go Fund Yourself.
Joining the Titans now is former NBA player Joe Wallace. First up to face the Titans is Tulsi Ball from Eden's Harvest.
It's really exciting to be here at Go Fund Yourself. I think it'll give us a great opportunity and platform to be able to connect, being able to just kind of get the word out there and hopefully bring in the capital to be able to bring a fantastic product to the market. Titans, thank you very much for having me today. Hope y'all are doing fantastic. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine. What do you guys think this is?
Kryptonite.
Well, if it was kryptonite, I'd be on the ground because I'm Superman.
Petrified wood?
Well, you know what? It actually grows on a tree, so you're really close there. This is a chaga mushroom. So chaga grows in the coldest climates on Earth, Alaska, Scandinavia, Siberia. It is the most potent antioxidant superfood ever discovered. 1 gram of this is equivalent to 6 pounds of blueberries in terms of antioxidants. It is fantastic for you. It's got over 215 different compounds. Many of them are not found anywhere else in nature, and it is truly one of the greatest things that you could ever put in your body. And what's more fun than beer? So we made mushroom beer.
Okay.
Right?
Nice.
The first ever that somebody has been able to figure out how to take this mushroom, other functional mushrooms, and not only include them in the brewing process when the beer is initially made, but also infuse them as a liquid extraction during the secondary fermentation. There's 2,500 milligrams of functional mushrooms in each one of these beers, which means that you're getting the equivalent antioxidant benefit of 15 pounds of blueberries per beer.
Okay, hang on just 1 second, because, you know, in complete transparency, I want to introduce my friend, our fellow Titan today, Joe Wallace, who actually has already invested in this. He was apparently pretty interested in it. Sounds amazing to me. Joe, what was it that really attracted you to this and made you want to write a check?
Once I went and sat and talked to them and realized their extraction technique was proprietary, holds all the nutrients from the chaga. As you can see, it took them a 5-year process and they could extract it and hold the nutrients. I asked them, what could be done with it, and they said they had a formulation for beer that was proprietary that no one else had.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we're going to taste some of this stuff today, right?
You're gonna taste it right now.
Okay.
You may not know this, Joe, but women buy more beer than men, but they don't drink more beer than men.
Let's go.
And it's because because the wives go to the grocery store and buy the beer.
Right.
And so one of the things I like about the deal is that besides the adaptogen, which is attractive also to females,
right,
it also is healthy.
It helps actually get rid of belly fat. So in terms
Seriously?
of, yeah, seriously.
It doesn't prevent it, it gets rid of it?
It helps get rid of it, yeah.
How many did you bring?
Because Dave could use a ton. I could use almost as much as Dave, but Dave needs a lot of it. And then I'm second.
Jason has
I got
not
a
learned.
six-pack, but I got a fridge full of it at the office. So I'll bring you more.
First of all, round is a shape.
Yes,
So,
it is.
So I'm in shape.
So if I drink this, I'm going to have some belly fat disappear.
You're gonna see it's
Right
gonna.
before our eyes.
I'm all in.
You're gonna absolutely
This
love
is
it.
the marketing capabilities of this. Joe, you obviously are onto something. Is wild. Like a beer that can actually burn belly fat, make you smarter, and it's healthy for you. I mean, that's all it's.
Making you smarter is different than maybe for other people, bro.
He's talking about Detroit again. That's the problem.
But we also include other mushrooms in there like lion's mane. And everyone knows lion's mane is fantastic for focus and cognition. It helps your brain work better and it helps improve the growth of your nerves. I think the great thing about this is that it allows us to go after the new beer drinkers. Especially the millennial and Gen Z who are just starting to establish their habits, and we're able to present them with a beer that really tags directly onto what they're all talking about. And it's actually a better for you beer. We're creating it's a new category.
And how does the alcohol content in this compare to like a Budweiser as an
So
example?
that one right there is 8.9%. It's about 2.5 times as strong as a Budweiser.
You get messed up. You get messed up and lose weight,
But you're smarter for it.
and you're smarter for it. Thanks, appreciate that.
Honestly, I'm really surprised at how really good it
It's
It tastes
really
like
good.
an IPA. It's really good.
It is. Thank
good
you.
find.
Very good.
Really,
Thank you.
really good stuff.
It's not watered down or anything.
No, it's really good. Congratulations. So
Thank you very much.
Now let's get into the underlying business. Like, what's your business strategy? Do you have distribution? Are you generating revenue? Like, where are you in the life cycle of this thing?
So in the life cycle of it, we've developed several different recipes of the beer. We have initial partnerships that we've already set up for the distribution of it. It does us no good to make tiny, small batch and then blow up on social media when no one can actually buy the beer.
Are you going to try to go into like stores as well, like a?
That's going to be
grocery
that'll
stores?
probably be second. Right now, what we're doing is we're really looking toward generating the name and the brand as well as an exclusivity, so that people know these are the places to go where we can get it. What we don't want to do is leave a public out there hanging. So we want to build it strategically so that we're able to also satisfy consumer demand.
That's a rarer mushroom, harder to find. Is there going to be a supply chain issue of getting the chaga?
There's 16 million acres of birch forest in Alaska, which is one of the largest stretches of birch forest on the planet, and it grows throughout that forest. So there's a lot of it there. It's not that easy to get to, but our harvesters can get to it, and there's more than enough to see this company through to be able to do billions of dollars in sales.
So who on your team has the experience in managing supply chain?
So our CEO is Jeff Tito, and Jeff Tito has an incredible experience in doing this. He ran Heineken for Europe and for Africa. His family ran the brewery in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, where they make Rolling Rock and Sam Adams.
Okay, so that's the kind of stuff that investors watching this, that's what they're going to want to know.
Yeah.
That stuff's got to be right up front. Yeah, you got a guy who really knows how to do this, managing the ship here. That's hot. That's great.
Our brewmaster, fantastic. Chris, he won the gold medal at the Alaska Brewing Company for best beer at the age of 21 with one of the first beers he's ever done. So we have an amazing team that's ready to go on this, and we're just putting the fuel behind it. We built a great car. At this point, we got a Ferrari and it needs gas,
Right.
and that's what we're doing.
But a Ferrari has a cool name too, Ferrari, right? I'm not so sure about Eden's Harvest. Where did that come from? I'm not so sure about Eden's Harvest. Where did that come from? I mean, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's great and you guys love it. Where did that name come from?
Well, Eden's is nature. So people identify that with the beginnings of life. Because we've got a beer that actually has the organic properties, you're harvesting the best of nature and getting it in a can.
This is a way to say it's healthy, it's this, and it's bringing that earth effect to it. I don't know, I like it. I dig it.
I like the name. I'm just curious what's public knowledge about the raise itself.
If you go to the website, you'll get all the knowledge about what we're doing, as well as the officers of the company and more in-depth information about the raise.
This is like really good. Can we get a close-up on that?
Is that an IPA? What is this right here?
That is a 6 mushroom IPA. It's got chaga, lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps,
It's all the vitamins.
turkey tail, and maitake.
All the good stuff that I take as pills. Now I could just drink beer in the morning.
You do that anyway.
I don't drink a lot of beer either.
Changing the
I don't.
story.
Really?
So this is good. I don't drink a lot of beer. Hey, look, I know that
Just chocolate
it's
cake?
a dad bod, dude.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, good job.
Good
Well
job.
done.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you having me here. So this experience on Go Fund Yourself has been fantastic. Getting the chance to meet the Titans, interact with them, share the details of the business and the opportunity has really been phenomenal. And I think it's going to be a game changer for us.
To me, that was surreal. When he was saying that, I was like, are we sure that that's real? But it is. And the investor here that believes in it makes me even more inspired to say this is a great company with great potential, and it's got great taste and it's got great benefits.
Yeah, I can see this blowing up. I really can.
Next up on Go Fund Yourself is Jack Yang with Dice Cream.
I'm excited to be here on Go Fund Yourself to be able to reach all the viewers that you guys have, and hopefully they have an opportunity to invest in Dice Cream Robotics. So my name is Jack Yang. I'm the CEO of Dice Cream, which is a fully autonomous ice cream parlor, which I want to tell you a little bit about our product. So imagine like when you go to your favorite ice cream shop, there's a long line. Sometimes you don't want to wait for that line, right? If there's a machine out there just outside of we'll say a sports venue or a shopping mall, you can just go out and order ice cream. 40 seconds later, an ice cream shows up in your hand and you're eating it and you can walk away. Easy as that. So that's what Dice Cream is trying to invent. We are mainly a robotics company, so we're focused on developing the robotics of it, while we want to partner with other ice cream brands so we can hit different markets in different areas all across the world. And that's Dice Cream.
It's fully autonomous. It's robotic. Is this something you want to franchise out? Talk about that.
So there's really two brand approaches that we're going with, right? One is a franchise model and the other one is the white label approach model. Okay. So we're still very pre-revenue, so we're still thinking about which way is the best way for our company itself.
Okay.
The idea is if we do franchise, right, there will be some royalties fees that we have, and then some RAS, which we're calling as robotics as a service. So very similar to like SaaS, right, which is like a software as a service. Those are all the different options that we have for these models. So specifically, yeah, we can go either approach. We're still early and we can go either way at this point.
Have you done the economic side of how much this thing makes every time you refill?
Yeah, so we're looking to make about $3 to $4 per scoop that we have.
And how many scoops in a total?
1,280 scoops.
$3 or $4 a scoop.
So it's $4,000, basically $4,000 every refill?
Yeah, pretty much.
With no maintenance though, and no stealing.
Minimum maintenance,
and no
right?
stealing.
Well, yeah, right, no stealing, right? So it's minimal labor, it's minimal real estate, right? Because we have a smaller footprint, and it's really just the labor to get the product out there and then refill it.
What's the advantage to the consumer?
An advantage that the consumer will have is that they're gonna get it ice cream fast, and they can order and just be on their way, right? So 40 seconds per order, we can do 90 orders per hour. So it should be very minimal.
Okay. So it's the speed of delivery.
Speed and delivery is kind of what we're aiming for.
Because nobody wants to go pull up with their kids or their grandkids.
You got to get in that line. You got to wait.
I love ice cream. I'm like an ice cream expert. My wife would tell you that I have an ice cream addiction and it's a problem.
I'm the pizza expert. This is the ice cream expert. Okay,
right?
All right, yeah.
Did you bring samples?
Unfortunately, I did not bring samples. They would have melted in my hands before I even got here.
Ice cream and no samples, guys. Hello.
Real quick, what's the weight of the equipment? How much does it weigh?
We're probably looking about like 600, 700 pounds. We are very, very in early development, right?
Right.
But we are looking to be more of a mobile asset in the future where we can pop up in like music festivals, right? Let's just say we're in Coachella for the weekend.
That's what you
tear it
want,
down, move over to another
sure.
one, right? So the idea is to stay mobile as much as possible. We're aiming to be a robotics company first. So the reason we chose ice cream is because it's a stable product. And we know ice cream has that long shelf life. It's like, hey, it's gonna be there for 1 to 2 months. We don't need to replace it every day because the ice cream's gonna go bad or go rotting. So the idea is, if we're able to get the ice cream part down, then maybe we keep the other parts modular, maybe we start branching into other areas. But we think this is actually a very, very smart product to invest in when we first start off.
What is the cost of one unit?
We're looking at about $90,000 right now.
I assume that there'll be a lease then.
purchase or lease? Is it a purchase
or
as
lease?
well?
Yeah, so that's the part of the business model that we're still trying to figure out. But yeah, so you can purchase one for $90,000 or you can lease one maybe for a price we haven't decided yet.
You have the technology patent?
There's a provisional patent right now for both the system itself and also the mechanism for the scooping. So the one thing I guess I do want to say is there are a lot of, we'll say there are robotics companies out there that are doing food automation. A lot of them are doing, soft serve or like froyo, right? Which is a simple, something that just pulls down. What we're trying to solve is actually the scooping of the ice cream. So imagine like going to your favorite ice cream shop, getting that scoop, right? That scoop is actually pretty difficult to get, as opposed to just being in a soft serve. So that's kind of what we have the provisional patent on.
Is
right
it
now.
cones and cup or just?
Yeah, so right now we are aiming for so our name's Dice Cream, so obviously we want to be everything kind of a dice shape. So it'll be kind of a square, cubic waffle cone that we're aiming to get.
That's so cool.
But not a cup, like a...
So I think the first iterations will have just plastic cups, right?
Okay.
So the option of both waffle cone or a cup, depending on what you're looking for.
That's cool.
And yours is vanilla and mine's moose tracks. We talk about this all the time, right?
At $90,000 a unit, how many flavors can that dispense?
So we're looking to hold up to 12 flavors at the moment, which is a pretty good amount, right, when we release it. So that's what we're looking to aim for.
Yeah, I think that's table stakes, actually. You've got to have, because they all the kiosks now have multiple flavors if you want to be in the game.
You could also do gelato.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't necessarily all have to be ice cream. Sorbet.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
But when you have that many SKUs.
Right.
So I think one of the things that you said in the beginning that resonates with me is robotics as a service.
Robotic as a service.
So RAS.
RAD.
Yes. That to me makes a lot more sense because the little bit of experience I have on the food service side, and it's limited, that's a tough business. There's always something, with respect to the food. You have to be so careful. The cleanliness.
Perishable.
And there's so much breakage associated with that. But if you're just providing the machines and you're agnostic as to whose product is in it, I see that scaling. But if you've got to, build into your cost structure all the costs associated with actual food service, and I'm not so sure that is the path to go. I'm not so sure that is the path to go. So I'm encouraged to hear that you're thinking about, again, RAS, robotics as a service. I think that has some real value in it.
Just to touch on the white label side of it, I think the acceleration of taking, I'm thinking of two brands, one the most well-known, I think the value to them and the scalability would be exponential, and the receptivity at festivals, events, stadiums, and arenas to have a nationally known or world-known brand. And now it's a much less expensive and more profitable way of
delivery and distribution. Yeah. So when is this thing going to be ready to actually be commercialized and launched?
Yeah, so we're looking to get our first unit out in 2025 where we can do our testing somewhere in Southern California, hopefully on a university, right? So the idea is once that gets out there and we'll say mid-2025 to actually do some product rework of it, right? There needs to be revisions of it. It's going to be out in public for the first time. So we're aiming for we'll say 2026, 2027 when we start getting more of our production units.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're looking for a location in Boca Raton, Jason will be happy to provide one to get
in his driveway. So you have to refill it every day.
Okay, refill it every
All
day?
day, every day.
That's a good problem to have. We're
Just
looking
put
to be in
loose
that
tracks
problem.
in there, you'll be fine.
I realize that you've been brought in to be the CEO of this thing and get it off the ground and launched. What's your background?
So my background is academically, and I guess previously was I am an aerospace and aeronautical engineer. So I've done a lot of that. I went to Purdue University, have a really lot of experience with complex, we'll say, defense type of items. I can't really talk about here, but yeah, so that's kind of where my background is.
You have to kill you.
Got it. And so why does that make you uniquely suited to lead this organization?
Yeah, I think, so one is I have an engineering background, right? That's kind of like my foundation of I know how everything works together. One of the reasons why I wanted to do a commercial product like this was because in my industry before, it was very, once you finish a product, you don't really get to see it, right? It's out there.
Or brag about it.
I can't even brag about it, right? So it's one of those things where now, if I'm walking down the street and I see something that I built and worked on there, that's going to make me so happy, right? So that's why I really wanted to pivot to something more commercial.
Do you have the people on the team that can go in either direction?
We do have a team. They are all coming from backgrounds that have experience with food automation. They've worked on They worked on a boba robotics and also a pizza robotics company previously. So they've actually had that experience. They know, they're the ones kind of like supporting me and lifting me up as I go through this process.
Okay, man. Good.
All right.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks, guys. I think this is a good opportunity for anyone that wants to try to get their company out there. It kind of gives you a different perspective and a way to look at your company that maybe you haven't looked at before. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity and appreciate everything that Go Fund Yourself allowed me to do. So thank you.
I think the one component that we didn't discuss that always is favorable in the marketplace is the novelty component. So at the festivals, events, arenas, there is a component that allows you to brand it your own when it's a novelty.
But again, I just got to keep it real. It's I think they're onto something, and which direction they choose is going to determine, how big this can be.
I think they could choose all the directions, though.
You could, yes. That's what we're here to do, right? We have to keep it real.
Yeah, I would try a beer with mushrooms, and it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I would definitely look into that.
Yeah, sure. I would give it a try and look at the positive aspects of it.
I love ice cream.
I definitely would buy ice cream from a robotic ice cream truck.
If a robot was serving it, I'd probably get more excited for it.
Salted caramel.
I would say mint and chip.
Chocolate.
I would go just to see the robot serve it to me, I think.
I would love easier ways to learn about investing and things to invest in.
I like to invest in things that have obviously potential for growth and potential for things that add value to society.
If I saw something I was really interested in, I would definitely want to invest in it or be involved in it.
You're getting in at the ground level, and that's what we want, right? We want to buy low, so I think that's absolutely a great idea.
Yeah, I think I'd definitely click on a QR code to find more. Especially if I saw something compelling in what I was being presented to.
Yes, I'd scan a QR code.
Yeah, definitely. If there was a QR code, I'd scan it.
Yeah, go ahead and scan that QR code.
If you're as excited as I am, and you want more information or you want to look to invest in this company, tap on the screen.
Next time on Go Fund Yourself.
Hi Titans, let's go over the facts. Data breaches are more common than ever.
For that feature alone, I wouldn't want the product. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of people that are nervous when it comes to sexual intercourse.